Max Verstappen converted pole position into the race win with a controlled drive in Saturday night's Bahrain Grand Prix, leading home Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez and Ferrari rival Carlos Sainz to start his latest title defense in perfect fashion. Verstappen maintained his advantage as the encounter got underway and never looked back over the 57 laps that followed, ultimately crossing the line 22 seconds clear of Perez, who made up for his low-key qualifying effort to complete a Red Bull 1-2. Carlos Sainz rounded out the podium places for Ferrari after a thrilling exchange with teammate Charles Leclerc, who struggled with tire degradation and suffered multiple lockups en route to fourth, having cleared the lead Mercedes of George Russell late on. Russell and teammate Lewis Hamilton encountered issues with their batteries across the race, with the seven-time world champion, who also reported a broken seat, having to settle for seventh position behind McLaren's Lando Norris. POSITIONTIMEPOINTS1 Max Verstappen via Red Bull Racing 1 hour 31 minutes and 44 seconds. .742262 Sergio Perez per Red Bull Racing plus 22.457 S183 Carlos Sainz Sci Ferrari plus 25.110 S154 Charles Leclerc LEC Ferrari plus 39.669 S125 George Russell RUS Mercedes plus 46.788 S10 Oscar Piastri made it two McLarens in the top 10 with a run to 8th, while Aston Martin also scored a double points finish thanks to Fernando Alonso crossing the line 9th and Lance Stroll taking 10th, despite being punted to the back of the field in a Turn 1 incident. Zhou Guanyu just missed out on points in 11th with his alternate tire strategy, which involved a longer final stint, followed by Kevin Magnussen in the first of the Haas cars and the two RB machines of Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda. RB sparked some late drama by asking Tsunoda to move aside for Ricciardo, given his alternate soft-tyre run to the finish, prompting the Japanese racer to shout, "Are you kidding me?" over the radio? Only to eventually adhere to the instruction. Williams endured a difficult opening race to 2024, with Alex Albon having to cool his car mid-race on his way to a lowly 15th, while teammate Logan Sargeant brought up the rear after running off the track due to a reported steering wheel problem. Verstappen led the field away for the first race of the 2024 season. Sitting between them was Nico Hulkenberg in the other Haas, after he tagged the aforementioned Stroll into a spin at the first corner and had to pit for a new front wing at the end of the first lap, leaving the German down in 16th at the conclusion of the race. Alpine's challenging weekend continued as Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly experienced anonymous races, the pair collecting 17th and 18th respectively, with Valtteri Bottas the penultimate finisher, ahead of Sargeant, after a painfully long pit stop down at Kick Sauber due to wheel nut dramas.